Kuminga Indo Imbora para o Dallas Mavericks. Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. The Warriors have improved a lot since Jimmy Butler arrived, but in recent games the team has been disappointing and has lost 2 consecutive games. Stephen Curry is out due to injury, and young Jonathan Kuminga has returned to play, but he is not a starter, and Kuminga said he wants to be a starter and have more minutes to show that he can be a star. Kuminga does not intend to stay with the Warriors this summer, and because he is young, athletic and a potential star candidate, several teams want to count on Jonathan Kuminga, and one of them is the Dallas Mavericks, who intend to enter into a renewal process, and Kuminga would be the face of the franchise. The Warriors are expected to lose Jonathan Kuminga to another team after this season. The Golden State Warriors will have one of the more interesting 2025 off-seasons. The organization's 22-year-old star forward may no longer be a part of the Warriors franchise entering the 2025-26 campaign. Jonathan Kuminga's spot needs to be addressed first, Bleacher Report's Dan Favale wrote last Thursday. Jimmy Butler's arrival complicates the former's future unless the duo turns out to be a viable fit together and alongside Draymond Green. It would not be a surprise if both Kuminga and the Golden State Warriors decide they're better off parting ways. Kuminga isn't the most versatile defender or reliable three-point shooting threat in the NBA. Still, considering the former lottery pick can regularly fill the correct lane in transition, elevate for explosive finishes at the rim, and pick his spots wisely in the half-court, it's safe to say Kuminga is on the right track. The 2022 NBA champion averages 16.3 points and 4.7 rebounds per game this season, shooting 45.4% from the field and 32.3% from downtown. On January 4, against the Memphis Grizzlies, Kuminga suffered a significant ankle sprain, which caused him to miss more than 15 contests with the Dubs. Although Kuminga worked his way back into Steve Kerr's rotation and returned to the hardwood in mid-May, the Warriors' decision to acquire Butler on February 5 could negatively affect his production with the franchise going forward. Kuminga will continue to have a bright future in the big leagues, regardless, but there's a good chance he'll spend the second leg of his NBA career with a different organization. Warriors have growing Moses Moody problem that's coming at worst possible time. Moses needs to find his shot quickly. Moses Moody's development from inconsistent role player to bona fide starter has been one of the biggest reasons behind the Golden State Warriors' rise over the past 6 to 7 weeks. The fourth-year wing has earned the trust of Steve Kerr with improvement on both sides of the ball, having now started in each of the past 18 games as the Warriors prepare for a playoff push. Moses Moody's shooting has fallen off a cliff in recent games. However, Moody's form has reflected that of the teams over recent games, spluttering at the worst possible time. The 22-year-old has shot just 5 of 29, 17.2%, from three-point range over the past 5 games, with Golden State subsequently losing 3 games during this period. Tuesday's disastrous 112-86 loss to the Miami Heat was Moody's worst performance since entering the starting lineup, having missed a series of makeable catch-and-shoot threes early in the first quarter that set the tone for a woeful offensive display from the visitors. With the Heat in complete control and on their way to a blowout win, the final 6 or 7 minutes were almost solely about whether Moody could re-find a shooting stroke that's seemingly been lost over the last week. Instead, he proceeded to miss all 4 of his threes in the final period, and while the 6 feet 5 inches wing took an equal season-high 9 three-point attempts for the game, Moody failed to nail a single one as the Warriors finished a paltry 9 of 38, 23.7%, from deep as a team. This recent stretch may be a step backwards, but it doesn't take away from all the positives that Moody has delivered over the past 2 months. From Butler's first game in early February up until 2 weeks ago, Moody had a 15-game period where he averaged 12.2 points and 3.4 rebounds while shooting 37% from 3 on nearly 5 attempts per game. His improved defense has also been a feature during this span, leading to increased playing time from Kerr following the departure of Andrew Wiggins. We saw that early on Tuesday when he forced his former teammate into a couple of early turnovers, But it wasn't consistent enough as the league's 23rd ranked offense shot 55.8% from the floor and a ridiculous 68% from beyond the arc. At the end of the day, it's Moody's three-point shooting that has to be at a high level to warrant playing him over guys like Jonathan Kuminga, Gary Payton II and even Gue Santos. This recent slump has come at the worst possible time as Golden State looked to secure a top 6 spot in the Western Conference standings, with back-to-back losses coming against teams below a .500 record. With the shakiness of Buddy Hield off the bench, the lack of shooting among the likes of Butler, Kuminga, Payton, Draymond Green and Kevin Looney, and the defensive limitations of rookie center Quinton Post, the Warriors desperately need Moody shooting consistently to support Stephen Curry as the playoffs approach. Draymond Green reveals what Warriors must do after 2 straight losses. The Golden State Warriors are only a half game ahead of the Los Angeles Clippers for the last guaranteed spot in the Western Conference playoffs and will do anything possible to avoid heading to the play-in tournament. They seem to be the hottest team in the league after trading for Jimmy Butler, but they have lost their last 2 games in a row. Neither the Atlanta Hawks nor the Miami Heat are very good, but they both brought enough to beat the Warriors and now Golden State balances on the edge of falling short of the 6th seed. After losing to the Heat, Draymond Green revealed what the Warriors need to do better. The Hawks and Heat shot a combined 32 of 61, 52.4%, from 3-point range against the Warriors, and if the Dubs truly want to establish themselves as the best team in the league, they need to have an answer. We got to make sure that we are approaching every game like we're playing against the best team in the NBA because that's who teams turn into when they play us, said Draymond Green. They play out of their minds. As of now, the Warriors are projected to meet the Denver Nuggets in the first round of the playoffs. Denver can get hot with the best of them, and Nikola Jokic is capable of playing like the greatest of all time on any given night. The Warriors, simply, need to match the energy that they're given regardless of who their opponent might be. Jimmy Butler explains key reason he gets along so well with Draymond Green. Butler and Green have quickly formed a relationship since Butler was traded to the Warriors. Jimmy Butler has seamlessly transitioned to the Golden State Warriors not only as a player, but with his relationships on the team, particularly his relationship with Draymond Green. Though Butler and Green have previously been viewed as divisive figures at times, they have gotten along really well since the Warriors traded for Butler in February. Butler and Green played dominoes together in Miami this week before their game against the Heat. After Butler came up with a key block last week versus the Toronto Raptors, Butler told Green, "I got you." Butler hasn't been on the Warriors long, but he and Green appeared to have already formed a strong bond. According to Butler, the two share the same desire to win, which has created mutual respect for each other. Two winners that would do anything to win, Butler told ESPN's Om Youngmisuk of his relationship with Green. He could care less about personal success. He's just trying to win a championship. I just want to win, Butler continued. I don't give a f about nothing else. We ain't going to never but no motherfing heads. That's what people keep overlooking. They think like we going to get in fist fights. No, we not. Because all we want to do is win. Butler added that he and Green have found they share plenty in common, but at the end of the day, they both are incredibly driven to win. We got a lot in common with kids, our love for basketball, Butler said. Small-town individuals that happen to end up on a big-time college basketball squad, late draft picks that have overcome everything to become who they are today. That's what those conversations are and I just appreciate it. And, Draymond ain't no finga-hole. I knew it though. It's like, bro, nah, you just a winner. You're a truth teller. And people don't like that. Green told ESPN of Butler, "We're both smart. And we're both heartless when it comes to the opposition." He rewrites the book, which also rewrites the possibilities of things that can be done here. Butler has previously willed his team deep in the playoffs on multiple occasions, including to the NBA Finals, but he has yet to win an NBA championship. He now joins Green and a team that has won more titles than any other team over the last decade. With their mutual ambitions to bring another championship to Golden State, it perhaps shouldn't be that surprising to see the Butler-Warriors pairing going so well. Draymond Green could become oldest NBA player to accomplish this historic feat. March 8, 2025, San Francisco, California, USA, Golden State Warriors forward Draymond Green, 23, gestures to the referee during a game against the Detroit Pistons in the third quarter at Chase Center. Mandatory credit, David Gonzalez. Main images. Golden State Warriors star Draymond Green has more than earned his reputation as an elite defender, but his next feat may solidify his credentials as one of the greatest defensive players to ever do it. Heading into the final weeks of the season, Green is currently listed as the betting favorite to win his second Defensive Player of the Year award by a FanDuel sportsbook. Green last won the award in the 2016-17 season. Green, who turned 35 earlier this month, will be pushed by Cleveland Cavaliers big man Evan Mobley, Atlanta Hawks wing Dyson Daniels, and Memphis Grizzlies anchor Jaren Jackson Jr., along with some other defensive stalwarts nearly a decade younger than him. But if Green manages to hold them all off and win the award, he would become the oldest Defensive Player of the Year winner in NBA history. Dikembe Mutombo, who won the award in 2000-2001 at the age of 34 after being traded from the Atlanta Hawks to the Philadelphia 76ers, currently holds that distinction. Green's ability to once again anchor a Warriors team on the defensive end that has undergone multiple changes, including the departures of Klay Thompson and Andrew Wiggins, hasn't gone unnoticed around the league. Even with a rotating cast around the veteran forward and Steph Curry, 17 different players have started games for the Warriors this season. Green still has the Warriors 7th in defensive efficiency in a stacked Western Conference. After paying his respects to the younger players competing with him for the prestigious award on the Draymond Green Show with Baron Davis, Green expanded on what separates him from the pack as a defensive player and makes him worthy of the award again. "I think for me personally, I protect the rim, I can guard the pick and roll, I can trap the pick and roll and still guard my man without help," Green said. "I think that's a skill that I have in the NBA that I don't think anyone else possesses."